Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to ENN.
Ray-Ro.
On TV.
Where? I don't need my nipples twisted.
Ow! ENN today is brought to you by our friends over at Security Dodge.
Stick your head in the fire.
These are just things Don says on a regular basis. Let's say good evening to Michael.
They show his bare butt.
Say good evening to Don.
How is there ever a cloud of sadness when somebody is giving you endless meat? That sounds like heaven to me.
And to Don.
A tear is going to be coming down his cheek thinking they're going to continue to bring more of this delicious
Correct.
meat.
And to Bob.
Is this spot over?
That might make a run. Thank you. that might win the whole damn thing.
Why do you think his wife was upset? You think she was legitimately upset because I called her Wendy?
I don't know what happens in certain families.
Right.
Like what offends wives or how they expect things to be said. But I would think that if you're married to an announcer of the ilk of Bob Wischusen, that if you're gonna talk about his wife, you'd want to get the name accurate.
No. But so you're putting the onus on me. What I'm saying is, I don't think there's anything that I could spout on this airwave that would upset Jody. Anything. Not a thing.
Well, but Julie is not accustomed to her husband being part of a talk show.
Bob did talk shows.
No,
right?
yeah. Oh, I've done plenty of talk shows with him, but it's not his daily job.
But why would it move you to be angry?
So you want, real quick, the path you want to go down now is calling her Wendy Wischusen, finding out she'd rather be called her real name of Julie Wischusen.
I respect that. I'm just wondering
and
why.
now saying, basically, why don't you loosen up, Julie?
Well, if you really...
That's what you want to do?
You know who's wrong here?
Wesley.
No, yeah.
The brother.
The brother's a bad guy.
No, he's
No,
not.
he's a narcomaniac.
But because he thought there's no way that anybody would get upset with this. It was just having fun.
He thought it
I
was
think
fun.
Wesley's the hip guy here.
Yeah, I think Wesley thought it was going to be funny, and he got it wrong.
Well, you got to know
Sorta
your
like-
sister-in-law, don't you?
Sort of like my wife's joke today with the OBGYN.
What'd she say?
We started asking something about vaccines. And my wife said, well, I've been listening a lot to RFK Jr., and I've got a lot of different thoughts on this. And the look from our OBGYN was not one of amusement on the subject.
Interesting.
I just scared you both off from even responding to the conversation.
I don't talk politics.
Well, no, this isn't politics. You can imagine doctors take, especially OBGYNs, they take stuff like the vaccines pretty serious. So us making a goof about, like, we're gonna take advice from some psycho who cuts bears' heads off and drives around the city.
Now you got political.
That's not political.
Of course it is.
He was caught with a bear's head.
But you said.
And by the way, you know, this is the topsy-turvy world we live in. I know what people say about me politically.
Right.
Right?
They're probably wrong.
They don't know.
Right.
But there's a world, I'm talking about the offspring of Bobby Kennedy.
Right.
You would think I should be able to say whatever I want based on what people think they know about my political beliefs. My dad used to, you know the story? My dad held Bobby Kennedy's legs on the back of a convertible while he was campaigning for president.
Right.
Or not for president, for Senate. And now I can't make a joke about Bobby Kennedy Jr.?
But do you think the doctor was just erring on the side of, I don't know if she's serious or not? Like, if I laugh, okay.
No, she made clear how she felt.
So is your doctor a guy with a stick up his butt or what?
No. I think she
funny?
doesn't. Well, we also have a thing. We think our OBGYN thinks we're morons.
Okay.
So, like, we ask questions. I think we sound dumb. We don't know what we're talking about. At first, early on, guys, you know, some people show up when they're having their first baby, and, you know, they've done all the work. They know all the things. They're doing the research. We asked some questions that she's like, what are you people talking about?
No, but I think that you guys are right because unlike driving a car, you don't have to get a license to have a baby. You have no idea what's going on.
Exactly.
And even if
you should ask as
know,
many questions as you want.
how are you supposed to know everything? They're the doctor. You want to ask questions. Even if you think you know the answer, don't you want to confirm?
Right. Wouldn't it be a great full circle moment that if you actually held RFK Jr.'s legs?
That would be interesting.
It would be funny.
If I had just gone to UFC on Saturday night.
And then you could have some McDonald's on the plane with them.
I probably would have heard the story, but when he was talking about I held Bobby Kennedy's legs, I'm thinking like L.A. when it all ended.
Right.
Oh, no.
You
that was
probably
Rosie
told
Greer.
us that.
I've told you this one, though, didn't I? My dad was such a big Bobby Kennedy guy as a kid that, at some point Bobby came, I guess, to Albany maybe.
Right.
And, back in the day, this is how Don feels about America at this time. No one knew what the hell was going on. They were the goalposts were in the front of the end zone. Their idea of security for Bobby Kennedy was having a random kid from the college just hold his legs and think, that'll do the job. So, that my dad did that. Loved the man.
I love Bobby.
That's your dad. That's your dad who said that. People might think that it's Aaron Rodgers. No.
You didn't know that my dad and Aaron Rodgers are so lined up.
That's you and Mr. Rosenberg.
All right, guys. Let's see. Where do we start here?
We're starting now? 8 minutes in?
It's not 8 minutes in. Let's
9.
We already at 9?
Yeah, we're about ready. This is usually when we're wrapping up a segment. We're saying goodbye to a guest.
Do we want to hear anything? No, I don't want to. You don't want to hear.
I'm good.
You don't want to hear Schefter talking about. What do you?
I think you have to hear Paul Skenes.
What are you holding up your phone for?
It's a Rick DiPietro comment, which I'm editing out. I don't think it should be said.
Should I see it?
It's about you.
Is it too offensive for me to see?
Yeah, no, don't say it. Let him see it.
This is interesting.
I just want to see his facial expression.
Rick's the best.
That actually, you could have said that.
I'll say it then.
That one's not that
The
bad.
OBGYN is probably still in shock that Natalie let him have sex with her.
Oh, my God.
You're the father? You don't get that.
That's not bad. I'm not mad at that one. All right, I'm told that since I've wasted half of ENN with us chatting about God knows what, that Paul Skenes, who was the NL Rookie of the Year, we found out.
Related to Joe Skeene. Schione.
Joe Schione? Apparently not that thrilled to be the Rookie of the Year.
First overall pick, you start the All-Star game, and now you're Rookie of the Year. You're a finalist for Cy Young. How do you put this into words, Paul?
It's cool, and I think the biggest thing is just stay present through it all.
That just might be who he is.
But Livy Dunn is like busting out of her, her head. She's so happy. She's sitting right next to him on the couch, and she's elated. And he couldn't have been more unmoved.
Well, he's had it wrapped up for a while, no?
Yeah,
No.
He didn't?
No, Jackson Merrill had a real good shot.
No.
The Skenes was so by far.
He
knew
Schione was so the most popular rookie this year.
And Heel had the reaction he had because there was a chance he might not.
And it was really close. By the way, we haven't even mentioned Louis Seal won the Rookie of the Year. First Yankee pitcher since Dave Righetti in 1981.
Don, you hear that?
The thing that
Nancy
shocked me, did you watch it at all?
No.
He's sitting there in his living room, and he's got braids now down the middle of his back. Now, listen, I'm no expert, but I don't think you could grow braids that long in less than a month. I just don't think you can.
No.
So I'm thinking that it's probably extensions. Just saying. So Austin Wells had a full beard. This guy has braids down to the middle of his back. It's like these guys really do want to have facial hair.
I know.
And long hair.
And it's cool that the Yankees are getting him to stop it, but that's why I just think it's further evidence that at some point, don't you want to relax?
You know what the point would be? If Soto goes, listen, it's between the Yankees and the Mets. So, listen, Aaron Boone, I'll sign with the Yankees, but I want to have a full beard. You think it would change then?
I think it would.
Can you just imagine the reaction from the fans if they found out that was the line that they drew?
I don't think they would care.
The fans?
You mean if the Yankees said no?
If the Yankees, if they found out that Soto signed with the Mets instead of the Yankees because the Yankees refused to allow him to have a beard, they would go nuts.
Yeah, they would.
And you know what? And rightly so. That's why I said get out in front of it, so that way when that day comes, and that day's going to come, that you were the one that had a change, that you didn't cave, because I think the day's going to come.
Let's hear from Jerry Jones on another great performance from the Cowboys.
Well, I don't know that there's anything but the obvious, and that is that we just aren't playing very well doing that at home for sure. We've had a big run of home games that we haven't done it, so we just aren't playing well, and it's several things out there.
This is fun, Jerry.
Like said, Jerry.
Yeah.
Well, can you think of another owner of a professional sports team that gives press conferences after? I guess Mark Cuban.
Yeah, I don't know. He spoke, but I don't know if he'd have a press conference after every game.
He talks after every game like he's the head coach.
But he is the GM. But even GMs don't talk.
Yeah, only on bye weeks.
I actually...
Or if they get fired.
I know this is weird, but having gone through the Snyder of it all, I got to tell you, I don't hate that Jerry talks. I don't like... I don't hate...
Think Mike McCarthy does?
Probably.
Right.
Probably not yesterday.
And right now, by the way...
They were awful yesterday.
Well, the only thing Mike McCarthy should think is, I love this man. I will do anything for this man. The continued... I'm sure at this point it's going to end sometime soon. But Jerry's held on to Mike McCarthy for dear life. This guy could have been fired, what, guys? 3 different times? He keeps giving him passes. And as of even a few weeks ago, he said he still liked him. What, 2 weeks ago? I think he gave him a full-throated endorsement.
I don't think he's a great coach anymore, or if he ever was, but this isn't his fault.
I know, but still, the endorsement...
It's got to be his fault.
Well,
They were playing poorly with Prescott.
It's his fault that they haven't won with the talent that they had, but this is bottomed out. I don't know. Nobody was saving this, especially after Prescott got hurt.
But here's the thing. I didn't expect a lot from the Cowboys this year. I didn't understand all the hype around them. I didn't think it would be this bad, and I think that speaks to McCarthy having a problem. They're not playing hard. The line against Washington is 10.5 points.
That looks delightful for me.
You like Dallas?
Oh, yeah.
You think Dallas covers the points?
Oh, I think they might win straight up.
You think they might?
Have you seen Jaden Daniels play lately? Micah Parsons can be living in his chest.
Yeah.
Show me something.
I might.
You like, real quick, the Dallas team that you've been seeing. I'll tell you what. It would be a cojones pick.
Yeah, I've got him.
You're going for it?
I might.
Do it right now.
No, it's too early.
Three.
This was kind of stolen from Rick, but still was creative by Dan Riley on Twitter. Was Maury Povich in the OBGYN's office with Peter and Natalie?
Finding out if the child's mine.
Yeah.
Is what
paternity.
Yeah, paternity test. That's what he means.
It's all yours, Peter.
Well, it better be. That'll do it. For ENN.
How angry would you be if it wasn't?
Well, wait a minute.
I mean,
how angry?
Well, I'd have a lot of conversations with my IVF doctor.
Why do you abuse this man?
I'm not abusing anybody. Just ask a
How
question.
angry would you be, Peter?
Don beautifully brought in timeouts to the show last week. I think it's time to use
No, I'm on Michael's side. There's no timeout. The real humor here is you go into NYU Langone and go, "Excuse me, what were you guys doing here?"
Wrong syringe?
Yeah, this should have worked out just fine. I mean, Matt, they're surprised. Those like the jokes about like you're in the hospital, all of a sudden the baby comes out and you go, "Whose baby is that?" I think if it's IVF, it's much worse.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But at least you have a lawsuit on your hands.
Oh, nice one. And you're raising somebody else's child.
By the way, and then they give you the next kid free.
Oh, really?
I've heard that's how it works.